Hi friends, do you have dry, chapped skin, chapped lips, and chapped feet? Or you're struggling with cuts or find yourself bruising easily? And these symptoms are signs your nutrition needs a bit of help, and simply putting a Band-Aid or cream is unlikely to fix the issue. Here are our top 10 ways to boost your largest immune organ, your skin. Now, the easiest thing you can do right now and every day is to keep well hydrated. It seems easy, but people have a hard time doing it. I know my kids need constant reminders to drink because they get distracted with stuff that they're doing. And people who are older also struggle to remember as well. It is helpful to use a water jug to measure and track your water intake daily. By the time your lips and mouth are dry and your skin is tenting, your kidneys will be affected, and that will affect how you're gonna feel. That's gonna make you tired and fatigued. Now, if you're going to want a flavored drink, then my favorite drink to reach for is green tea. It is much lower in caffeine than coffee, and I drink green tea really because of its health benefits, especially on its activity for my skin. Apparently, green tea has polyphenols called catechins that have been shown to protect from the harmful UV rays of the sun. Now, I still apply sunscreen, but I want to add an internal defense against oxidative stress for my skin. Oxidation is what ages you, and to eat foods that counteract oxidation, to detoxify oxidation, is the key. Foods rich in vitamin C, which is essential for your life. When your skin is injured or aging, it will need extra vitamin C to repair. So whether you are sunbathing, have acne, dry skin, or big gaping holes in your skin will need more vitamin C, especially because your body doesn't make any vitamin C and you can't store it. The vitamin C is found abundantly in fresh fruits and vegetables. It's not enough just to eat the minimal requirement for life. And it's dangerous to be inadequate or deficient, which you do by default if you're eating a processed food or animal-centered diet. It's like living paycheck to paycheck. Vitamin C is critical for immunity, which is critical for skin repair. Most people think of citrus fruits to get their vitamin C. However, there are much better, richer sources, such as red bell peppers, which is where vitamin C was first isolated. Kiwi fruits also is another rich vitamin C source, and they are also great for your gut microbiome to reduce inflammation and prevent constipation. Strawberries is another great vitamin C source, and half a cup has half the amount of vitamin C in a red bell pepper. So you're gonna have to eat twice as much. And you may be thinking that's quite pricey. And yes, strawberries aren't always cheap. I believe on living on a budget, and I save hundreds of dollars by avoiding processed food, Starbucks lattes, cheese, dairy, animal products like meat and chicken, and flavored drinks. And when I take that into consideration and add up how much money I was spending buying that junk, my berries are a fraction of the cost of what I used to spend on inflammatory foods. I would rather pay up front for quality foods and enjoy eating them than paying for prescription drugs, doctor fees, lab tests, and diseases that really impede the quality of my health. Zinc is another critical nutrient for skin health and for your body to repair. Despite the fact that animal products are the best source of zinc, there are mounting evidence that the best diet for your skin is a whole food, plant-based diet. But vegetarians often struggle to get enough zinc. That means you're going to have to put in more effort to ensure that you have an adequate amount of zinc, which is vital for your immune health. Plant foods rich in zinc are beans, but the catch is these beans contain phytates that can inhibit absorption of zinc, and this is why it's super important to soak your beans before you thoroughly cook them. Zinc is also important for your skin to heal, for your immunity and your metabolism, so I really don't take any chances, and I simply supplement on a daily basis. And if you are interested in what I take, I have a link in the description below. But vegetarians aren't the only ones who should be concerned about adequate zinc levels. Millions of people are zinc deficient around the world. And if you have any skin issues, especially wounds that are struggling to heal, if you have any digestion or absorption issues, or if you're taking medications or drinking alcohol that will reduce your zinc levels, then you may not have an adequate amount of zinc. Now, in everything in life, there's a sweet spot, and there's a sweet spot for zinc too. The upper daily tolerable limit for an adult is 40 milligrams a day. Pineapple is another food I try to eat often, but I will avoid pineapple juice. In fact, I avoid all juices as they are frankly toxic to the body. They induce high amounts of inflammation and impede how my immune system talks to each other. The fresh pineapple, especially the core, has bromelain, a digestive enzyme that has been shown to reduce skin scarring. Your skin is under constant daily repair from the toxins in the air, like the UV rays from the sun, the dry weather, as well as pollutants that are in the air, including heavy metals that can go into your skin. And if you want to reduce premature aging, you got to give your skin the equipment it needs to heal. And this is why it's important to target the right amount of protein, because too much or too little is a problem. 0.8 milligrams per kilogram of protein is what we should all be targeting to build muscle. Too much protein is actually harmful for the kidneys, and this is a problem because if your kidneys don't work right, you can't remove toxins, and that causes you to age even more. And this is why kidney patients have very unique skin changes. Now, the protein source is also important. If you eat too many animal proteins, those branched chain amino acids form nitrosamines in your gut, which are carcinogenic to your gut and elevates your risk of colon cancer. These carcinogens don't just stay in your gut, they travel throughout your body and can be toxic, including to your skin cells. And this is why I get my proteins from beans, especially soybeans and tofu, as they are healthy sources of protein. Many people think Asians are younger looking because our skin just looks younger. And really, it's frankly because the Asian diet doesn't have a lot of protein. Asians are still the longest living populations in the world. And this isn't a coincidence. The Asian diet is rooted in being poor, and they primarily lived on plants. As animal products and dairy, they simply weren't available. However, those who haven't kept up with their vegetarian heritage and have converted to Western omnivorous diets or carnivorous diets, you're going to get Western diseases, which include premature aging, acne, heart disease, and cancers. And all of these are quite prevalent these days. When you're picking your vegetables, they're not all equal. Cruciferous vegetables, especially broccoli and kale, have compounds called sulforaphanes that appear to have the ability to protect your DNA from oxidative damage. And that basically makes you age. So I make it a priority to eat at least 3 cups of cruciferous vegetables daily. And I really mix and match cooked and raw. And to round out my top 10 list, I like to top off my veggies with avocados. Avocados are rich in healthy fats and have antioxidants like vitamin E and vitamin C. All nutrients are really essential for healthy skin. And when you focus on looking young and vanity, you may choose the wrong pathway and be doing cosmetic surgery, and that really won't change how fast you're aging inside, which ultimately will catch up to you and make you look it on your skin. And hence, plastic surgery, cosmetic injections, and lotions, it's just not going to improve your health. But if you want to learn more about how to address root causes, check out this next video.